Hi guys, welcome back. Ended up picking up another car. Basically I'm going to use it as a donor car. You may have seen in other videos there's a HQ in there, ute on a rotisserie. Pretty much got around about 3/4 of it done, but the back section is like completely rusted out. So I've been looking for one for a while because that hasn't been touched for about 2 years. So let's have a quick look around this one and see what we've got. So, like I said, I mean this one here's rusted out in the same spots like the seals and all that, but like I said, I've already repaired that on the other car, so I'm not worried about that at all. Pretty much what I have to do now is pretty much this section here, which is completely rusted out on mine, inner and outer, but this one's pretty good. So what I can do is just end up cutting out this whole section here and putting it straight on my one. Yeah, I mean the floor's still good in it, and that normally rusts out, which is pretty good in this one still, but like I said, I don't need that. Inside it's been gutted, so that's all done. Actually this door's actually pretty good, just a little bit of rust at the bottom there. No hole, so might be able to use that for something. So yeah, it's like I said, it's all been gutted. Got a couple of things. We've got a seat belt. I actually have no idea what that's from. I don't remember HQ Holdens having an electrical seat belt. So I have no idea what that's. It doesn't belong to this car, that's for sure. Anyway, like I said, all that's gutted in there. I'm not really worried because I don't need anything in that. So we'll have a look at the other side. Like I said, all this is rotted. But I don't care about that. Actually, the bonnet's actually really good, and the two guards are actually good. There's just a little bit of rust down here, which that is nothing. But other than that, it's straight and it's clean. Nose cone doesn't look like it's been in an accident before. That looks actually really good, so that's a bonus. I can use that for something. All these lines here still look like they match up properly. It doesn't look like it's had any repairs in there. I think this other side here is a little worse. Yeah. It's amazing how some people patch up rust. Installation tape is probably not the way to go. Anyway, someone's gone to town here with it, so yeah, I don't think that's the way you're supposed to fix up rust holes, but people do what they do just to get by. This one here's a little worse, but I'm not worried about that because I've got this section here. I can just cut all this out and still use that. All around the wheel arch is good too, so I can use that. So, roof's actually in excellent condition. I mean, doesn't look like there's any rust in it whatsoever. So I might end up actually cutting that off and seeing if someone else can get use out of it. But anyway, like I said, for what I need it for, it's perfect. So this one here is like really good for what I need it for. The one in there that I started, if I knew what I knew now, the further I got into that, the worse the rust got. That one in there, the cows were done, the whole floor was done, seals on both sides, inner and outer, so there was a lot of work in that one. Like I said, if I knew now, I probably would have scrapped that one and tried to find a better body, but I'm 3/4 of the way through with that one. as in rust repairs. So I've only got to do from the wheel arches back. So this donor carb will work out perfectly for what I need it for. So anyway, we'll have a look underneath the bonnet and see what we've got in there. So we've got a small V8 in here. It's a 253. I wish it was a 308. Everyone wants 308s, but 253 is okay. It's been parked a long time. From what history I got off it, this vehicle's been parked probably for about 7 or 8 years. But it amazes me when you open bonnets and old cars how much shit ends up in the engine bay. It's just, I mean, this is just full of nuts and shit and whatever. I mean, yeah, it's amazing how it all gets in there. So anyway. So there we go. The only thing I'm really concerned about at the moment is the flaps are open on the carby, and all this shit, acorn shit or whatever it is. I just hope, I'm probably sure shit's got down in there, so I really don't want to have to pull that apart and clean it out, but it looks like I might have to. Like I said, it's just amazing how much shit gets inside an engine bay for a car that's sitting. But anyway, I think what we'll do is, I actually don't even know if it runs. I think what I might do, guys, is vacuum this all up, clean some of this shit out of here, because I don't want to be taking anything off and having that stuff going down in the engine bay. So I'll get the vacuum out, give that a bit of a clean up, and then we'll start moving forward, see if I can turn it over by hand, and hopefully it's not seized. If I can get it running and all that, at least I've got a spare engine if I need it for another project. So anyway, I'll get the vacuum out and we'll get it cleaned up a bit. So, pretty much, guys, it looks pretty much like it's all here. It doesn't look like anything's missing from the quick look around I've just done. I have noticed something weird here though. I don't ever recall someone putting a pipe here with a battery cable running down on the starter motor. I actually don't even know why you would do that, but yeah, someone did. That's weird, but I'll get rid of it because I don't want it. Yeah, so I think just cleaned it up a bit, you know, get any crap off and whatever, just in case I've got to start pulling stuff apart. What I might do to start off with is I might end up just lubing this up because it seems a little tight, and that I might just, you know, go over it with WD-40 all around it while I start looking at some other stuff, and you know, keep moving forward, see if it cracks over by hand or rotates. Better check the oil and all that, see if it's got anything in it. So anyway, let's keep moving forward. So I'll just spray it up with some WD-40, get everything moving again, let that soak in. Starting to loosen up a bit. So next up we'll check the oils, make sure it's got oil in it. That's full. Well, a little over, but it's actually quite over. It's got about maybe 2-3 litres more than what it should have in it. So I don't know if that might have a coolant leak or not, unless petrol's been getting in there. So the trains, and that's full, over full, but it's nice red colour, so it doesn't look like it's burnt. We might have to look into that, because that looks well over full by a lot. Anyway, at least it's got oil though, and it's clean, so put that back there for now. What I might do next is I might just get a wrench on and see if I can crack it by hand, to see if it rotates, and then we'll keep moving forward from there. We're going to see if we can get it started. So we'll see if we can get it turning by hand. That's really tight. Okay. I'm not going to force it. What I might end up doing, that's really tight. What I might do is I might take all the spark plugs out, check them, and spray some WD-40 down it, and just let it sit for a little while, and hopefully it might loosen up. If you try forcing on it, you could end up bending something or whatever, so let's just take our time. So I'll get the spark plugs out and spray some stuff down pistons, and hopefully it'll loosen it up. If it's been sitting for a long time, it might have a ridge inside the piston wall, so hopefully we'll get some WD-40 down there and loosen it all up. So just get the spark plugs out. They don't look that bad, but I'll keep them in order so they go back in the right spot again, just for now. There's a bit of shit in there. So I've taken the spark plugs out, guys. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use some tranny fluid. Mix that up half and half with this and WD-40, and I'll pour that down the spark plug holes and let it just sit in there and soak for a while. So and a bit of this. So we've got that in there, about 50-50. Got this cap with a hose on it, so it'll fit down the spark plug hole. Put that on there, give it a bit of a shake, and let's get it inside the pistons. Just had to change things, guys. The cap, the one with the little hose that I had on had a crack in the top of the lid, so I just got a funnel, grabbed a small hose, stuck it in there like that, and it'll do the same job. So anyway, let's get that down in there. It's already coming out. So the next one. You don't need a lot in it, just as long as it covers the top of the piston and it can soak down past the rings, loosen everything up a bit. So probably around about maybe 60 to 80 mils in each one. Should be more than enough. So I just finished off filling up all the spark plug holes with some lube. While I'm waiting for that to soak and all that, I will take the carby off and just give it a, put on the bench, give it a bit of a clean up, because I'm sure there's shit inside there, because the flat was opened, instead of standing around doing nothing. So I'll get this off and give it a bit of a clean up. Alright, so we got that off. We'll take it over to the bench and give it a bit of a clean up. So guys, just got a bit of carby cleaner in here. I'll just give it a brush down and blow it all out. I just got to be careful because I can't get this gasket off, and if I destroy it I don't have another one. So just take it nice and slow and clean it up the best we can. Don't be too fussy. I'm not going to be too fussy because, like I said, I don't have a kit for it, so I just want to make sure there's no shit in there to block the jets or anything. So we'll just do what we can on the bench. I just want to see if it kicks over, so after that then you decide whether or not you're going to spend money on it or not. So guys, clean the carby up, put that back on. That's all moving nice now, so that's all good. Put a filter in while I was in that area, and just disconnected the fuel line from the pump just in case there's some shit in the carby if it does start. So next up, that loop stuff's been sitting in there for about an hour in the cylinder wall, so we'll see if we can get it to move by hand and give it a couple of rotations and then keep moving forward. So we'll see if we can get it to turn. Oh, it's moving. I might need a longer bar. We'll try it again. Oh, the belt was stuck on it. Okay. So, there we go. We'll go back to the other one. So we're getting rotation. Bit of a clicking sound. It's spinning real nice now. Yep, that's spinning nice and free. Okay. So basically what happened was, because it was sitting there for so long, the belt actually melted itself to the pulley. But even still, you really don't want to kick the starter in and start it, just in case there's a valve or a rod stuck and you bend the shit out of it. So I'm happy about that. That's, like I said, that's moving real easy now. Spark plugs are out, so there's no compression. But yep. Okay, that's good. What I'll do next is put the spark plugs back in, test a few of the electrical stuff, see if we get a battery in, see if we get some power to the dizzy and that, and let's try to fire it up. Just before I move forward, guys, as I decided I'll take the rocker covers off and just check that everything is moving in there properly, that nothing is stuck. That is spotless. That doesn't make any sense. The gaskets actually look new. Or they've been replaced before it was parked, or maybe someone tried to start work on it while it was parked, but I'll just show you this. Compared to the 173 I took apart earlier, which was basically just gunk everywhere, this is actually really clean, if you can see that. There seems to be like a little bit of, there's even oil up on top of the rockers here. Yeah, this is actually looking quite good. I'm surprised with that, but I'll take it. We'll get the other side off. That one's got some rust in it, surface rust, but that's not bad. That comes straight off. Yeah, the other side's actually exactly the same. It's actually very, very clean. So I'll take that. What I'll do now is I'll just spin it over and make sure all the valves are moving, that nothing's stuck. I think maybe some water did get in this because a couple of the rods, they've got surface rust on them. Not bad, but moisture's got in here at one stage. I've got the spark plugs back in, so there's compression now and you can hear it. Just watching all the rods here, just making sure they're all moving. They're all moving on this side nicely. Check the other side. Right, so they're all moving there too, so we've got nothing jammed up, which is good. So, like I said, these gaskets are new. And there's no oil on the engine really. There's a little bit on the fuel pump and that, but as for the rest of the block, there's no like oil pouring out or had been pouring out previously. So It's actually all quite clean. There's nothing on the headers or anything like that. So anyway, I'll get these back on again and then we'll keep moving forward. So guys, the covers are back on again. Just done the spark plug leads and all that. Hooked up a battery and I'm going to try to kick it over and see if she'll rotate. So this belt looks real choppy. I don't think that's going to last even if it does start. So anyway, this one here actually came with a special key. There is no key, but I've got this, so that works. So anyway, let's see if we can get it started. Keep an eye on that and let me know if it turns. Okay. I think my battery's flat, that's the starters, but it turned. I think I might just put the jumper box on the battery just for a bit more power. It's an old battery, so anyway. So just put the box on it. I just want to get it rotating a few times, get some things moving and all that before I put some go-go juice in it. So So I'm happy with that. That's actually spinning real good. Battery doesn't have enough power anyway. I'll have to change that out, get some fuel in her and see if she comes alive. So guys, I grabbed another battery out of another car. So got some fuel here. I'm going to pour something in there. And we'll see what happens. She wants to go. Oh, man. That's idling. I couldn't believe it, that idled. Well, for 5 seconds, but it idled. Okay. We'll get a bit more fuel down there. If I can get it just running for about 30 seconds or so, then I'll hook into this, into a jerry can or something. And see if I can get it running a bit longer. Okay, well, we've got to start it. What I might do now is, like I said, I've already done this before, disconnected the fuel line from there, from the tank, because God knows what's in that. I might just get a bit more hose, put it into a small jerry can or something like that, and see if we can get some suction coming up here and get it to run for more than 30 seconds. So give me a few minutes and we'll be back. So guys, back again. Just connected the hose from the fuel pump there, ran it out into a jerry can here. That should be good enough just to get it to run. So get a bit more fuel here to get it started. And let's see if it starts coming up here. Well, the pump's working, but I've got a leak in the carby. Might be the floaty, the needle on the floaty. So guys, we got some petrol leak in here. Every time you pull the throttle, you can see it dripping out there. So it actually needs a rebuild kit in it. Needle could be stuck, floaty, it could be something simple, but until you pull it apart you won't know. I'm just going to wet this down with some water because I've got petrol there, and pretty much give it another start, let it see if it can run for a minute, and I'll be happy with that for now. So I'll put some more petrol down here, and let's kick her over and see if we can get her to run for about a minute. I'm actually surprised after 7 or 8 years that this thing is idling. The more you accelerate, the more the petrol comes out. So anyway, there's no like knocking or anything like that, so I'm going to shut her down. I'm happy with that. So guys, we've got it running. I'm happy about that. Got to fix the carby up, or see if I've got a spare one laying around somewhere. But she ran. There's no knocking in her. I think next up is, like I said, I'll fix the carby up and then basically jack up the arse end and see if I've actually got any gears or anything. And there's no water in it, so I've got to put water in it. But anyway, she started. I'm happy with that. So thanks for watching guys, and keep an eye out for the next one. Cheers.